Yo, what is going on, guys? Marius here with a brand new video, and today we are talking about the best locations that you can go loot at that aren't specifically military bases, so not TISI, not the Northwest Airfield. Just a few normal locations out and about, places that you might miss if you just continuously go into the airfield or TISI or wherever else that you just want to go PvP and just get whatever gear you can, like an M4 and AK. All these locations are ones that you've probably missed and ones that you've never even realized are there because DayZ is such a huge freaking map. So without any more delays, let's go ahead and get right into it. Number 5 is going to be Romashka. I really hope I'm saying that right. It's the camp south of Severograd and east of Grishino, if you've ever seen that on the map. It does only have a few tents, so you can get your basic, hunting gear, the jacket, maybe some scopes for long-range rifles, things like that. It does have just your basic jackets, hunting gear overall, so think of scopes, things like that, compasses, something you might need for survival. But what really makes this place really, really good and accessible is the fact that there is a medical center right there as well. So if you do get sick, you can go here for medical supplies if you're tired of going to the big cities and just getting absolutely destroyed by squads of 4, 5, and 6. So this does give you a whole new option of how you can actually take the situation and go somewhere else to get your medical supplies, which you might want to at this point if you're getting beaten by that many squads. It is located just out of the way to where it's still good enough to where you can actually add it into your normal loot routes. And thankfully, I haven't seen too many people in these locations, even though they are still going to be traveled, so you do have to still be careful, of course, like always. But it makes it a very solid option for anyone out in the area near Severograd. Number 4, we have Dresba. Dresba is northwest of Berezino. So I know what you're thinking, that's really close to the coast. Well, why are you telling me this? That's going to be no help to me at all. But the really, really cool thing about Dresba, I really hope that's the name of it, I'm not just butchering it. The really cool thing about it is it has 9 little campsites that you can check. That's going to increase the odds of you finding water bottles, canteens, hunting jackets to keep you warm, which if you're still on the coast, this is going to be a huge, huge part of actually keeping your survival going. So all in all, I can't recommend enough. Just please, for the love of God, go check it out if you're dying of thirst and if you're really just cold and freezing before you get sick. But hey, if you do get sick, you can always go to romashka near Severograd and make up for it that way. Number 3 is the military barracks just north of Krasnostov. If you spent any time near Krasnostov or the northeast airfield, which is the northwest airfield, really weird brother, you might have found yourself just stumbling through the woods and you just walked up on the couple little army barracks up there. I believe it's 4 of them, and they spawn some really, really good loot. It is your standard military gear that's going to be closer to the coast, so you're not going to see M4s and AKs. You might get some attachments for them though, but you can easily get MP5s, UMP 45s. I forget the actual name. Actually, I think it's USG 45 in the actual game itself, but you know what I mean. Combat boots, everything else that you might need to go ahead and get your character started, and combat boots this early on would be massive for your character's survival ability. There is a bit of a warning with this one, as there have been some issues with wolves spawning in the area, and by in the area I mean within like 10 feet of the area, so you could walk up on it with a pack of wolves there, but that's just the risk you have to take in order to get some of the pretty decent gear. Don't expect to come here and find a lot of food, as the only thing you might end up finding is the wolves, but you'd have to cut that up yourself, or just tactical bacon, which can spawn here from time to time. Number 2 is Arsenova. Now Arsenova is west of Severno, and it is a very, very interesting one if you look at it on the map. So not only do you have a lot of tents to choose from, so that way you can just pick up all of your hunting gear that you might need, so your scopes, hunting rifles, same thing as before, right? Well, now you also have the ability to check the medical center, and it has a couple military barracks with it as well. So Arsenova pretty much is equivalent to having 5, 4, and 3 all in one, but you don't get the same volume, of course. But it's super accessible, and that is the only reason why I don't have this one at number 1. The fact that it is so accessible that you could easily run into squads of 2, 3, or 4, and you'll probably die if you're playing solo. There's not really much else you can do at that point, unfortunately at least. So it does keep it from being in the number 1 spot, but it is such a solid place to go and loot that I can't recommend it enough to anyone that is just heading up in the northern area towards the airfield. If you have played the game long enough, you've probably seen it quite a few times as it's one of the more memorable locations. I always remember there spawning several zombies, to put it nicely, every single time that I was up in the area. So yeah, just be careful of that. And the number 1 spot on my list is Metalurg. Now Metalurg is located to the very, very west side of the map where there is absolutely nothing. It is in the complete middle of nowhere, and it makes it very, very pointless to go to. I know what you're thinking, right? Why is that your number 1? That doesn't make any sense at all. That's just stupid. Well, hear me out, because Metalurg actually has something really, really cool about it. So Metalurg has 14 tents. 14 freaking tents that you can go and search. Get plenty of hunting gear as well. And every time I've gone here, there hasn't been a whole lot of infected. And once you clear out the maybe 3 or 4 that you'll find, that's it. It's just yours. You have have the entire thing to yourself. Most people don't even go over here. It's the perfect win-win. And what makes this location even better than all the other locations is just north of this, you also have what seems to be a miniature military base with 8 different tents just waiting for you to go and search. So you can't lose if you go to this location. It just makes it the perfect looting spot for anyone trying to avoid the airfield or Tissy or anything else. And if this is your secret looting spot, I am terribly sorry to put it on blast and have everyone go to your location. I'm so sorry. But the people must know there are much better locations than just running straight to Tissy in the airfield, especially if they don't want to die 24/7. But yeah guys, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. Let me know of any of the locations that you guys use in the comments down below. Maybe I missed them. Maybe there's something way better that I just may have passed over. Yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.